What's going on, people? Them joined by Dre here. Yep, another possession-based podcast coming at you right now with my G Abdi. What are you telling me, bro?
I'm good, bro. Yourself?
Yeah, not too good, but bloody referees. But we'll touch on that right now. Wow, where do we start? Referees, man.
Hmm.
VAR itself. What are we gonna talk about, man? This whole stupid thing with the referees and the FAs. Right, I'm gonna break it down for you lot right now. We've got Southampton United, right, and Arsenal Wolves. Okay, two penalty incidents. Okay, two red cards by the FA. All right,
Yeah.
both referees sent off the David Luiz and Bednarek, I think it was, and the FA want to rescind the one for the Southampton defender Bednarek, but the one with David Luiz was exact. So let me explain what happened with David Luiz, right? For those who missed it, who living under a rock. That Willian Jose, right? Arsenal Wolves, right? Scores 1-0 at about the 47th minute, right? We see David Luiz let and Rob Holding let Willian Jose, I think his name is, in behind, and he's 1-on-1 with Leno. And what happens? He falls over like he's got shot. Right, coming from Arsenal standpoint, I'm thinking, what's he doing, bruv? Oh no, it's a foul, isn't it? David Luiz, super David Luiz. We watch the replay, right? What the hell is that striker doing, bro? Willian Jose, I know he's new to the league and that, but I'm jumping in straight away. What are you doing, you dumb idiot? First of all, right, you're a diver. That should be a yellow card. I don't think that's a foul. I grew up in watching football, yeah, when they could kick people and not get away with it. Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now I'm seeing, right, I'm seeing with my own eyes with VAR as well. I want I don't know where I just got my mind messed up with all this. David Luiz gets sent off, right? For doing nothing. He basically got tripped up um over David Luiz's was it leg or something? His foot. I don't know,
Yeah,
when he was
yeah. It
running back or
starts. It
something.
starts.
Yeah, his
Yeah, yeah.
studs caught him or something. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is going on? That's not a foul. I'm screaming to the TV like the TV can hear me. Everyone's telling me to shut up in the house. It gets like that. But I'm like confused because now David Luiz has to miss the game. But I was thinking, well, it's gonna get rescinded anyway. It's not that deep. When a couple of days later, what happens? It's not rescinded, but the one with Martial where they got a penalty and he got sent off. Bednarek got sent off, and he even said himself, "It's not." Martial said it's not a foul. It's not a red.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a one on. What are you gonna do, man? You're making an attempt to get the ball, right? We're diving in straight away with the referees. Um, John Moss, the one who was in charge of VAR and at Stockley Park, and that idiot, forgot his name, Peter Walton, is it on BT
Yeah,
Sport?
yeah. On BT.
Peter
Yeah.
Walton, that dumbass. He's saying that if you make an attempt for the ball, right, it's was it? He said if you don't make an attempt for the ball, it's a straight no, it's a yellow. But if you do, it's a red or some malarkey.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
saying,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
That's
he was
exact.
saying
Yeah.
stupidness like that, and we've had like stupid things in the past. I'm not going to give you a history lesson because that's not. I'll be here all day and give you a history lesson about Arsenal and their stupid referee decisions that we get against us. But I don't know what to say. And then a couple of days later now, Bednarek's one gets rescinded, but oh no, Arsenal's one don't. It's just typical. It's just typical. Like when I was watching it, and then the other one, Leno. Let me talk about that one quickly. I hold my hands up and I say that was a red card. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what he's doing, playing volleyball with the ball. I don't know what he's doing. Like he's just patting. He tried and thought that he could get away with it when there's like 1,000 cameras watching him and there's VAR. Do you not forgetting or something? Do you think he's in the German league? Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, Leno, what are you doing? And he deserves the ban. But I'm thinking now we got Runnison to play tomorrow against Aston Villa. Bit of a dodgy one, that one. But I'm hearing, thank God, Matt Ryan's back. You know what I mean?
If that's the case, then yeah, you're sorted.
Exactly,
If
exactly.
Ronaldson's in goal, then GG.
Yeah, I know. Especially with Jack Grealish. I don't even want Bellerin playing tomorrow because what happened with him and Grealish last time was mad. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he got
Was it the third or
spun.
second goal? Oh my god, that was gave me nightmares. Craig Pawson, that's what the ref's called. Craig Pawson, that bloody referee. I don't, I don't know. He was good until that. that moment happened. Then he just bottled it and just didn't send off the wrong guy, or just why did he send off Luis when he didn't even do anything? Because when you accidentally handball it, the one against Villa, do you remember when Cash handballed it?
Yeah,
Do you remember that one?
against
And it was
Southampton. Yeah,
accidental. They say it's accidental. What about Luis? You can accidentally trip someone over. Do you get what I'm saying? That's more likely to happen than a handball. But
it's always
what's
a
your
yellow.
thoughts on
It's
it?
not a red.
Exactly. What's your thoughts on it?
When you look at the rules itself, you can kind of see, but the rules are stupid. It should be the other way around.
Yeah,
And I don't know
exactly.
why double jeopardy was used. You gave away a penalty, yeah, straight up penalty, I think,
Yeah.
because there's small contact. But because you're given a penalty, you can't give a red card. So I don't know why that was the case. Honestly, I think David Luiz got sent off because he's got a history of giving away dodgy penalties.
Facts.
I think that if it was, I don't know, if it was the other end and if it was Connor Cody, I don't think he gets sent off. I think he gets
Of
a yellow
course.
card.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, it's with the Lennon one, that's just straight up a red, but I don't know what he's doing coming out at that speed because yeah, it was gonna be a chance, but ultimately if you stay back, you got a better chance of stopping a goal. If you come out, it's
To be honest,
raining, it's
sorry, sorry to cut
yeah,
you off.
go on, go on.
I thought he was going to miss the 1-on-1. To be honest, the way he was going, I don't think
Hmm.
it was. I don't even think he was going to even score it. To be honest, knowing him, I thought he would have missed it or hit the post because the way Luis and Leno were there, sorry, to guard him and not score. I think he was. I think he wasn't going to score. To be honest, but hey, that's my opinion, isn't it?
And also, I think it should have been a foul before it got to Louise for the through ball. I think it
Yeah,
should have been a foul before, but I don't know why he
exactly.
let play go.
Well, it's just typical referees, isn't it? But I'm not going to dwell on referees because everyone's been talking about referees nowadays. But you know what I mean? Oh wait, what's this comment coming and saying? You have to give the red card due to it being the last man. Fair, you could say that, but
You can argue that, but technically yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily like last man is you can tell what's last man. That was like right in the penalty box. So,
exactly, exactly.
but my point is, yeah, my point is double jeopardy, however you say it.
Yeah,
You can't give a penalty to the defender like he's given away a penalty and then give him a red card because that just doesn't make sense.
yeah,
So it's a loophole in the rules that the refs use, but I don't think that should have been the case.
facts. And one more thing to add, I think doing this podcast it gave me couple days to reflect on the decision, and now it's a Friday, right? And the game happened on a Tuesday. It gave me a couple days to think about it, and I'm not really that bothered over it. Although we miss Louise because it got rescinded. We didn't get rescinded. Sorry, we missed Louise, but I don't think um, our replacement's that bad. Like if it was like someone inexperienced coming in, I would be. If it was like a Runnison in defence, a mistake. If it was like Mustafi, for example, coming
Mm.
in, I'd be like, oh God, what are we doing? But it's not that deep because it's Louise and he's been playing well, but Gabriel is one of our best centre backs in our team. So yeah, this is the last point. Sorry, I don't think it was a penalty, but if he gave a penalty, it had to be a red. It's either a red and a penalty or nothing at all. No, it could be yellow card because the
I
keeper
don't
was coming.
see the
Yeah,
rules are you can't give a penalty and then give a red card because you're punishing him twice. You
yeah,
either give one or the other.
exactly. And especially, I think it was max. It could have been a yellow card and a penalty, or
Yeah.
or even it could be a penalty. But I don't think he even touched him. He didn't even touch him. We're talking about the Louise one, by the way, not the United one. So, in case he gets confused. So yeah, speaking of United, we're gonna move on to United. Manchester United 9, Southampton 0.
Mm.
Wow. Has
No
anyone
one
wonder
saw
what?
that coming.
Huh,
No
what's
one
that?
saw that coming. No
Yeah,
one saw that coming.
I know. I know. They've
So,
lost 9-0 consecutively in 2 seasons. That's
mm.
actually embarrassing. And I've heard some Arsenal fans saying they want Hassan. I'm not bothered. I'll keep what we're getting. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm not sure it was necessary. You have to remember, like they had 10 men for like 88 minutes, and then they went down to 9 men.
Yeah,
And I also think credit where credit's due. I think United just were ruthless and like they scored nearly every shot, basically.
it's
So
like a FIFA game.
yeah, basically, yeah. I
Yeah,
think it's harsh, on him personally because they've been on such a great run. And you saw last year they lost 9-0 and they bounced back, finish. I think they finished 11th or something. So
Yeah. Just about around the
it's
bottom,
harsh, isn't it? It's
bottom of the
harsh.
first half.
But you can't lose 9-0 2 seasons in a row. That's just embarrassing.
Yeah, that very embarrassing. Home and away. He lost at home and
Yeah.
lost it away. Opinions on Luke Shaw. He's a decent player. He's a decent player. He's having a good run at the moment. I don't rate him high. I think he's there's plenty of fullbacks above him, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? There's Tierney, there's Telles, I think is better than him. There's Robertson, obviously, Digne. There's loads of Chilwell. There's loads of left backs, but then I put him just above Mendy. That's my opinion. Because he's having a good run right now. But I don't know if he can. He's been in the league for how long? Do you know what I mean?
20. I mean, he joined United in 2014 and he was at Southampton before that. So
Exactly. He's been in the
having
Premier.
said that, the last month or so, I'll say like he's been very good. To
Yeah,
be fair to him, and
he's
the other
improved
day,
because of Telles. Yeah, that's
yeah,
because
facts, yeah,
competition. Because if you mess up, you're out of the team. Do you get what I'm saying? So simple as that. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But it is what it is. He's a decent player, Luke Shaw. But he's not one of my favourites. Do you get what I'm saying? At the left back position, there's plenty of left backs I put over him, but he's having a good run at the moment, and all United fans are talking about him. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like Xhaka. He's having a good run at the moment. He's not a good player like that. You know what I mean? Like in my midfield of Arsenal, I wouldn't put. I'd obviously if we had to change, if we could change, I'd change Xhaka. He's like the first person I'd change. Now second, maybe Bellerin, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, he just needs to maintain it for like longer than a couple months, and then he'll be rated high.
If he maintains it and United stay the way they are, so I've got itchy eye. If United stay the way they are, they could obviously win the league. You know what I mean? But City is another monster. Like when we talk about Man City, wow, they actually don't they have like a couple games in hand as well.
They've got at least one. They've got at
Yeah,
least one.
yeah,
So
yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's scary.
What about injuries? Well, he's had
Injuries
a
to
lot
who?
of injuries in the past.
Oh, to sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's had
he had an ACL, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so
But because he's a decent player, but he's young as well, isn't it? He's not that
yeah, he's
old.
only like 24, 25, and like when he was way younger, he was like rated as one of the best prospects.
Promising. Yeah, because
Yeah,
didn't they spend about 30 mil on him or 20 mil,
yeah,
something like that?
as like a 20 or 18-year-old or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Was that Liverpool back-to-back losses? Oh, well, let's talk about Liverpool then. Seeing as
it's not back-to-back losses. He means at home. Okay, he means at home.
yeah, he means
He
at
didn't
home.
specify that. Yeah,
So Liverpool 0,
Brighton
Brighton
won.
1. Wow. Abdi, I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk, bro.
I'll talk about the West Ham game first. Start with a
All right.
positive, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll start
okay.
with the positive. It's harder to, it's harder to talk good about the team because like we've had 2 results since the last podcast. Against
Yeah.
West Ham, it was very, very good, but yeah, we got brought back down to earth slightly.
Yeah.
It was basically like the West Brom game, it was like the Southampton loss. It's like just like the games in general where like you dominate the ball, you have a couple of chances, the opposition have a few, they take them, we run out of ideas, etc. We can't break the team in front of us down. So yeah, it's not necessarily the best way going into the City game because that is massive. That is
Very
massive.
big game. We're gonna preview that one later.
Yeah, but in terms of the actual game, there's not much to say other than that we dominated the ball. Had couple of there was one chance pretty early on which Salah had, and then from there on we struggled to create any clear-cut chances.
Yeah.
Brighton, to be fair to them, they did a job on us because they defended so resolutely and they went forward a couple of times and they actually troubled us. I think they did what United in the league, they had a couple of chances right at the end, but they didn't really test us.
Yeah.
Spurs didn't test us at all. West
No,
Ham
not
did.
at all.
Brighton, they actually came and they posed a threat. So I
Fair play
can't
to
really say
Brighton.
much other than that they deserve the W.
Do you see how good this? I didn't watch the whole match because I thought easy 3 points for Liverpool at home against Brighton. But
Yeah.
Basuma, what a player he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
He's
good player.
quality. He controlled it the other day.
That's
He
what I'm
was
saying.
quality.
Him and Partey in the midfield is my summer signing. Jack Grealish and Basuma. Back-to-back home losses. That's what you meant. Yeah. Positives. Thiago around the midfield. Yeah, everyone's getting onto Thiago Abdi about
Yeah.
the way he plays. He slows everything down. He just
Mm,
wants to ping it. You know what I mean? All the
mm.
time. He's very slow. You know what I mean? Hey, what's your thoughts on Thiago?
Um, First of all, I think it's important to remember that he's a class player first and foremost.
Mm,
The other thing, well, most importantly, what I will say is this is only like his sixth or seventh league game, I think,
yeah.
because he was out throughout half of October, all of November, and all of December because of that tackle in the derby. He's come in, and I don't want to judge him so like he's had a couple and he's had a couple of like average or below par. What
Mm-hmm.
I will say is we haven't well, I mean, we've just signed two defenders, but up until the last couple of days, Matip's ruled out for the rest of the season, along with VVD and Joe Gomez. So our two most important midfielders, the ones that start every single game, are playing as centre back or have been recently. So he's having to play with Shaqiri, and then the fullbacks aren't attacking that much, which is why he's pinging it quite a lot. We're just not playing with confidence at the moment.
Yeah.
So I think it's harder to judge when, the whole style of play, because I don't think people understand using all your defenders isn't just like, oh, you stick a couple of players in there and it don't affect the rest of your team. Like
Mm,
it our fullbacks, there's a reason why Trent and Robo aren't attacking that much anymore, because they can't. Because if they attack too much, I mean, we are already getting a bit exposed anyway, and they're staying quite defensive. So if they bomb forward like they did, say, last season, then we concede like 4 or 5 every single game.
yeah.
So I'd say, I mean, I think the fact that he's getting bantered when he's not even putting in bad performances, he's putting in 5, 6, 7 out of 10 performances.
Yeah.
I think it just shows you how good of a player he is. I
Yeah.
think once we get, VVD and Gomez and Matip, once we get all of them back fit, when Fabinho can finally play midfield, because he's played midfield like 2 or 3 times this season, he's played centre back the entire time. I think once you get our normal team back to normal like it was last season, then I think you'll see the real Thiago.
Yeah. But the thing is with Thiago, right? He's a very good player. Very good player.
Yeah,
Like he's on the ball, off the ball, the way he tracks, the way he does make runs as well. He can ping a ball. He can play. You know what I mean? He's a good quality midfielder, world class even. But it's the way the Premier League is, right? Um, he's a slow, like press free. He's like a midfielder that's a lot of time on the ball. If you press him, he can obviously duppy around you, but then he needs time to ping it. You know what I mean? He can't. He's not like a quick one, and like in your system, quick free flowing football. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
fast play. Fast build up, and then what he wants to do. When I watch Thiago, I watch him and he just edge of the box, right, where on each corner, and he wants to either cross it, pass it back, or he's the cover. Do you get what I'm saying? He's the
yeah,
cover for you lot's team. So he is a good player, but I don't think he fits your system. Like if you go to the way he was playing at Bayern, even very good quality. I think he shouldn't have came Liverpool. I think you lot should have went for someone more energetic, more younger. He should have went somewhere like Madrid or Barca, even Atletico, because the way them lot play, different gravy, and it's a slower league. He could have went Italy as well because he's old as well. Remember, he's like 30, 31.
yeah. He's
So
30.
yeah, his legs ain't gonna hold up for that long. So exactly, Liverpool system is to pass sideways to the fullbacks and do inshallah crosses. But when Thiago plays, he passes it forward to Firmino, which don't work out. Facts, because you don't play with the fullbacks as basically your creators. You
Yeah,
know what I
but
mean?
the issue is the last few months, our fullbacks aren't attacking as much as they normally would
Yeah,
because of like, midfielders as centre backs, etc. I think I can understand what you're saying. Like I can understand why people say he slows it down a bit, but I think it's pretty harsh to judge him completely when, I mean, the situation we're in. I think any other team, if he was in any other team with like the situation that we are in, I think
yeah,
he'd have similar struggles. And not only
yeah,
this is a man who was man of the match in the Champions League final half a year ago. So it can work out. And I don't think he's played bad. He's put in decent performances. I don't know why people are getting onto him.
Yeah, everyone's grilling him for some reason.
But like, I mean, the best players get the most hate usually, so
Mm,
is what it is.
exactly. But I think everyone's just jealous of him. To be honest, they want
Mm,
Thiago in their midfield. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
what's his comment coming in? City or we don't use that word here. You know what I mean?
yeah, we
I want to
keep
say
it PG. Keep
yeah, we
it
keep it
PG.
PG over here. Tell me why the only thing Thiago does is the most thumbs up in match. Tell me why the only thing Thiago does is the most thumbs up in match. What? Do you get that
Uh,
one?
no, Thiago, he does hand signals quite a lot, so
Oh, okay.
he's just
I don't
knocking
really.
that. I
Yeah,
don't know why.
I get because the way your fullbacks can go forward is when Fabinho and Henderson on midfield, and they cover the full exactly. That's the way you
Exactly,
lot play. Yeah,
exactly,
and now Fabinho's injured and Henderson's slotting into the defense. It don't really work out. Do you know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah, because the balance just ain't there anymore. So
Mm,
Fabinho will be
exactly.
back for the City game, so that's positive.
Yeah. City. We're gonna preview those games later and give you a lot of predictions. So, moving on, we're gonna be talking about Spurs. Why don't we talk about Spurs, Abdi?
You would enjoy it, won't you? You
Yeah,
will
of course I
enjoy it.
will. And take my hood off for this one. Expose the truth.
Yeah.
Spurs, right? Spurs. Well, where do we start? Where do we start, Abdi? You know, I'll let you talk first about Spurs. Go on. Let me give you their last results, right? I know they just
Go on.
recently lost, but I'm gonna give you their recent results, as in their last 5 results, right? Where's Tottenham Hotspur? Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 games. So they drew 1-1 with Fulham. All right. They
Mm,
beat Sheffield United 3-1. Fair enough. Cool. They lost to you lot 3-1.
yeah.
Embarrassment of a performance. They lost to Brighton 1-0. And they lost to Chelsea 1-0. But
Mm,
Chelsea as well. They didn't really play. I want to touch on Chelsea quickly. In that game, Spurs Chelsea, big disappointment. Thank God it wasn't a 0-0, and they gave it. And that idiot Eric Dyer gave away a penalty. But Chelsea weren't playing well as well. Because if Vinicius scored in the last 88th minute,
yeah.
it would have been 1-1, and all that hard work of running forward and not scoring would have went to waste. You know what I mean? And Spurs would have loved that. You know what I mean? So they're just stupidness by Spurs yet again. So Brighton and Fulham and them, man, they lost.
Yeah, that video. Oh my god, that's come back to bite her hard.
I know they lost to Brighton and they drew to Fulham. How embarrassing is that, man? At home they drew to Fulham. Wow. You know what I mean? I'm not going to talk too much because we've got to play Fulham at home as well. So I'm not going to talk
Yeah,
too much.
Fulham aren't a joke. I promise you, they're not a joke.
Exactly. So we beat them 3-0. Williams done a couple. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
done
at
a
the
shit.
start of the season, and they were dead then. Since
Yeah,
then, they've
very
patterned.
dead.
So
Very. I've been watching Fulham, right? It was I think it was Fulham and I forgot the other. I think it was Leeds Fulham. I think I watched, and Loftus Cheek had an absolute stinker that game. Like he had chances and he went 1-on-1 with the goal, but he's one of their best players this season, Loftus Cheek.
yeah, yeah.
But I'm not too fond of him. He's just light skinned and can play midfield. You know what I mean? So Spurs, they lost. I'm going to talk about the last 2 results. Brighton helped beat Spurs as well before they beat you, innit? So
Yeah,
they
they're
beat
beating
Spurs.
Spurs and Liverpool in back-to-back games. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, well done for Brighton. And they lost to Chelsea. The Spurs part the bus at home, away, neutral. The cup final, they'll part the bus. Carabao Cup final, they'll probably part the bus. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk too much about Spurs, as in because we got to play them as well, because we lost to them as well, so that's quite embarrassing. But Spurs right now are in the mud. You know what I mean? They're not like how they used to be at the start of the season. Why are they, Abdi?
Hmm. Yeah, I think it's Harry Kane that's kinda well, part
One
of it
man
is
team.
Harry Kane. Yeah, him and Son, yeah.
Yeah.
Part of it is Harry Kane because he is the creator and he is the goal scorer basically. And
Mm.
I think but even with Harry Kane, they've put in Harry Kane played against Fulham, so the way Mourinho sets up that team, I just don't understand. Why you park if you're gonna park the when they came to Anfield and park the bus, that's okay. If you're gonna park the bus against City, fine. If you're gonna
Fine,
park the
fair.
bus against the bigger sides, that's perfectly okay because you're kind of gonna get outplayed quite a bit.
Yeah,
When you're playing teams in the relegation zone, Sheffield United had a spell in their game which they lost, which they had Spurs like most of their defenders in the penalty box.
yeah, yeah.
Thinking this is statistically the worst Premier League side ever, and you're getting out possessioned. Like
Even
they
by the lower
can go
teams.
out, yeah, yeah. The start of the season, they beat Southampton 5-2. They beat United 6-1. They were playing attacking football. Even when they played you to a certain extent, they
Yeah,
attacked quite a bit. I don't know. The last couple of months, I don't know what's happened with Spurs. Parking the bus, you're only going to invite pressure on, and then ultimately, Kane and Son have been outperforming their XG by like 5 expected. You
sorry, you cut
can't
out there.
rely on because did I cut out?
Yeah, you cut out there.
I was saying Kane and Son
Yeah,
have like outperformed their XG. They've scored 6 or 7 goals expected, more than expected. You can't expect them to keep up because the start of the season they were just unreal, and you they can't. It's not sustainable to rely on 2 men. You need like the whole team because ultimately they're parking the bus except for them two, and then them two attack, and then Kane's on the mad thing. So with Spurs, yeah, they've dropped off since mid-December ish. They've dropped off massively. I don't see them finishing top four. I think the teams in the top four right now will finish in the top four. So
the top four right now.
yeah,
So
so I think City probably will win the league. I
yeah,
think Leicester will be up there, United will be up there, and we will be up there as well.
fair enough, fair enough.
So
Leicester maybe, nah. But we don't know. This league is so unpredictable as well.
yeah,
Actually,
true.
very
It is really
unpredictable.
unpredictable.
Very unpredictable. Do you know what I mean? Let's take some comments in. Um, Liverpool to beat City, inshallah. They're probably gonna have to because the way City are going on, probably gonna win the league soon. Jose complained in 2004 about parking the bus, and now that's all he does. Dele Ali was right. The bus and long ball. Exactly. Now they're Mr. Now they're Kane. Now Mr. Kane is out. Mr.
Hmm.
Hold on to the ball and drop them to the defender and draw a foul. You know what I mean? They don't know what to do anymore. And Spurs and to be fair with Jose, he actually played Vinicius, but the ball wasn't going
He
up
did
to him. They were just
basically
defending.
nothing. Yeah,
He done
but yeah,
nothing exactly.
part of it weren't his fault because the ball basically never went up into Chelsea's half. So
Fair, yeah, exactly. So what do you want him to do with the ball? Just try and try to hold it up. He ain't gonna do that.
hmm.
Who's his name on Abdi?
Who's
Like
this?
Abdi,
Who's this? No, who is this? I want to know who this is. It's been a couple
Abdi.
of weeks now they've been doing this.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is the same account.
Hmm.
Who's this name?
Love to
Abdi.
know
I
who
think
this
they're
is.
on to you, bro.
Guarantee you is a guy. Guarantee you is a guy.
Hey, what's wrong with that? I'm joking. Love
No,
that.
no, no, I am not on that.
Which one? I think we're talking about. Wait, what? What do you mean? Which one? I don't know. Reply. You don't get your questions in for me and Abdi because we're gonna hop into the prediction. We're gonna hop into the results from last week now. Abdi, you got them for us?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, you won last week, didn't you? Yeah, that was like the first week
That
basically.
was the
So
first episode I won.
yeah, this episode I've won. Yeah,
You
yeah.
won.
Yeah, I won. Yeah, comfortable actually. I mean, no, technically Kabir won, but
Yeah.
it is just
Ah,
we're
me
only
and you.
counting me and you. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
the Arsenal United game was 0-0. The actual result, I
Yeah.
said 1-0.
Kabir got that right, innit? Abdul.
Kabir got that spot on. Yeah,
Spot
he said
on.
0-0.
0-0.
I said 1-0, and yourself, you said 2-0 Arsenal. So you get zilch, you get 0.
I went confident, guys. I had to
You
back my
weren't
team.
confident, but it was always going to be a boring game. So
Yeah,
I
facts.
yeah.
United never wanted to come up there in half, you know what I mean?
I'll leave that to you. I'll leave that to you. West Ham, Liverpool. The real result, the actual result was 3-1. Well, I predicted 2-1.
Yeah.
I was thinking 3-1 in my mind, but I was like, nah, I don't want to be overconfident.
I predicted
Uh,
2-2.
You predicted 2-2, yeah, so you get 0. Kabir
Yeah.
also predicted 2-1 Liverpool, so he gets a point for that, even though it won't really count. Burnley Chelsea, Kabir got this spot on. He said 2-0. I said 2-1 Chelsea, and you said 3-1 Chelsea. So we all got a point. Well,
Yeah.
us we got a point, and he got 3.
Three points.
And the last game that we did was Leicester Leeds. I went. The actual result was 3-1. We all got 0. You predicted 4-2 Leicester. I predicted a 3-all draw, which you watched the game, and Kabir predicted 3-1, 3-1 Leicester.
To Leicester as well.
So for that one, we all got 0. But overall, I got 3 points and you got 1. So we're
So
tied
that
up.
the score is 1-1.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna have to do one more week, and then we have to do a
Forfeit.
forfeit, innit? We're gonna do
Yeah,
a
yeah,
forfeit,
forfeit.
guys.
Yeah. We got to do a
So
forfeit,
if you
100%.
look in the description, you see our Instagrams, and just DM us a forfeit you want us to do. You know what I mean?
It's got to be reasonable, though.
Abdi,
I'm not involved, bro. I'm not involved. I'm not
Abdi's
involved,
got an admirer, bro.
bro. I'm not involved.
Abdi, they want you to stand up for him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on to the something that's rising that Abdi, but oh man, move, man. Keep it PG. Keep it PG. Shave your heads. I'm not shaving my heads for a forfeit.
You think I'm gonna shave my head and come on camera? You're mad.
Exactly.
You're
I'm not
mad.
shaving my head ever. You know, I done it once in the first lockdown, but not fully. I gave myself like a number 1. Poor.
Yeah, I went clean in the first lockdown as well. I went like proper clean, but yeah, you think I'm gonna come onto YouTube with that?
It's
No
cold
chance.
outside, man.
Yeah,
It's cold
exactly.
outside. So, what is it to talk? Oh, let me just do a little promo quickly, guys. I done a Royal Rumble watch along the other day. Sunday was it? Yeah, Sunday. And you lot can still view our podcast from last week in case you lot are confused with all this what's the word for it? If you're confused about all this predictions and everything, we preview every game. The upcoming we preview basically the upcoming games that are basically coming, and then the next episode we're gonna review them and like basically discuss. And then next week's the final, isn't it? So we got to get these predictions on.
Yeah.
We got to get these predictions on point. Do you know what I mean? Should we get into them now?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Why not?
We'll start with your game. So Villa, you're away, aren't you? You're away, or are you?
Yeah, away tomorrow.
You're away to Villa, Aston Villa. It's not going to be an easy game for you lot.
Mm-hmm.
Villa are a serious. Yeah, they lost the other day, but they are a serious team. You start it off. You're the Arsenal fan, eh? So what's your thoughts on the game?
Oh, it depends. This all depends on what lineup we go with, right? If Runnison starts, Villa easy win. You know what I mean? If Matt Ryan starts, maybe we got a chance. I know Gabriel will play. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with Arsenal win. I'm gonna go with 2-1 Arsenal win.
All right.
I don't want to dwell on this one too long.
I'm going to go. Yeah, with me, if Runnison's in goal, I give Villa the win.
Yeah.
If Matt Ryan plays, he's played in the Premier League for a few seasons, so he's a decent keeper. He's world class compared to Runnison.
Yeah.
David Luiz is suspended. Well, didn't get overturned, so he's suspended. Bamyang's back. Saka is back.
Mm-hmm.
But Villa aren't a team to be messed with, and they won 3-0 at your place back in October. So
yeah.
It's tough, but I'm gonna go with a 1-0. I'm gonna sit on the fence. 1-0 draw. Well, it depends, innit? But yeah, I would go with a 1-1. I'm gonna stick with that.
Sit on the fence.
The next game we're gonna predict is Everton are at home to United, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, the United are at home. United are at home.
United at home at Everton
United
they beat Everton.
Yeah, they beat Everton 3-1 away from home.
Yeah.
I'll give my one first. United have just won 9-0. Yes, they might have drawn 0-0 with Arsenal and they lost to Sheffield United, but they've just won 9-0. The confidence will be through the roof for them. Everton themselves, they comfortably beat Leeds the other day. Yes, it was only 2-1, but they did a proper job on Leeds. But you can't really go against United at this moment in time because they're scoring goals and they're full of confidence. So I'm going to go with 3-1 Man United.
3-1 again.
Yeah,
I'm going to
3-1
beat them
again.
3-1 again. I'm going to go with... I don't see United getting a draw. That's the thing. I don't see him. I don't know with Everton. It could be. I'm in two minds. It could be like, it could be a stinky 1-1, like very boring game. But I think United will get a penalty or something. So I'm gonna go with a 2-1 United.
Cool.
So make sure you lot are bloody smashing a like, man. Omar, Shihab, Michael plays. All you lot bloody just smash a like, man. You lot are
Yeah,
comment in bed.
definitely.
Just smash a like. That'll be another good forehead
It'd be much
monster as well, man.
appreciated.
Like aroble44.
That's. I think I know who that is, but I'm not going to expose them on camera.
So the
So
next game we're going to go on to is which one is it?
City. We'll do the big one. We'll do Liverpool City, Liverpool
All right,
Man
then.
City. I'll give my take of the game quickly.
You lot get your predictions in. Man City, Liverpool.
Yeah. City come into this with form. They've got 9 wins in a row. Yes, they
Right.
might have been against slightly, it's been a favorable run for them, but they've kept clean sheet after clean sheet. They're getting the job done. They haven't got any strikers. De Bruyne is missing now. I think that will be a positive that De Bruyne is not playing, but I mean, City are playing so well without him. Ourselves, we've just lost at home, second home loss in a row after like 4 years without a loss. We're not playing well at the moment. I've got a couple of like silver linings. One is that City have an atrocious record at Anfield. They haven't won since 2003, and they've got like 1 win in like 50 or 40 years or something like that. So that gives me confidence. Klopp's got an impeccable home record against Pep. That gives me a bit of confidence. Our record, like we've beaten every single top half team at least once, I think, except City and Villa and United. Our record against the bigger sides, like we've barely lost any games, but we've got 7 points out of 21 from the bottom 6, which is
Wow,
poor. It's
really?
basically embarrassing. Yeah, like we've done really well in the big games. Like we've beaten Spurs, we've beaten United, we've beaten Arsenal, we've beaten
Beat
Chelsea,
us.
we've got draws with United and City, Everton, beat Leicester comfortably, Wolves we beat comfortably. So my feeling is in the bigger games we have seemed to have turned up.
But you lot have a different team, innit? No Van Dijk, no Gomez, no
Yeah.
Fabinho, no.
True,
Who else
true.
is out?
Fabinho will be fit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he's hinted that he was in training today, so he'll be fit.
Okay.
He will go with Henderson and Fabinho. I highly doubt the 2 new signings will play. They've just had their first training session. You could maybe see Fabinho and Phillips, and Henderson goes into midfield because we can't afford to be overrun when we're playing Gini and Thiago.
Yeah.
We need like some sort of energy against City. I can't. I can't see us winning though. That's the thing. I can't see us winning. So I'm going to sit on the fence and say a 1-1. But that's like my heart. But realistically, I think City will edge the game. But I'm gonna go with a 1-1.
We've got this comment coming in. When do you think Jota will come back?
In the next couple of weeks, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, roughly.
Oh, okay.
It's a shame that Klopp played him in like a meaningless Champions League game when we already topped the group, but it is what it is. He'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Hopefully. He was actually a good player on form. Because he played us and he bloody handballed it. I remember that goal. But it is what it is. What's your prediction for the game?
I go with 1-1 draw.
Sit on the fence again, Abdi, man. Come on, you gotta go with
No,
your
I
team.
predicted a 3-1 United win. No, realistically, if it was my head, if I was using my brain, I'd go with a City win. But I've got to have some positivity.
Okay then. So I'm gonna go with a 3-1 City win. No remorse. See, because I saw a thing on
Okay.
Instagram today with Jurgen Klopp making some excuse for City not playing for 2 weeks in a row or some crap he was saying. I saw online, and then Pep was saying, "No, we're gonna finish this guy off, man." He
We'll
said,
see.
"I'm going to
We'll
finish this
see.
guy."
We'll see.
Yeah, we got Omar coming in with Abdi. Why is Jurgen delusional and an excuse merchant? I agree as well. He's always making excuses, man, all the time. He's like the managerial Thai. That's what he is. He's a German Thai, bro. Always excuses, man.
I get why people think he's constantly complaining when we don't win. I think some of it is a bit overblown, but some of it is true. I think sometimes it's a bit cringe, even myself watching it.
Yeah,
What I would say is, I think the fact that he's so awkward after an interview, whatever, it shows that he doesn't like losing, which is only a positive for
fair
myself.
enough. Fair enough. You don't like losing. So we went 3-1 and you went 1-1, innit?
Yeah,
Last game we're gonna predict is Spurs home to West Brom, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah.
we're away, so Spurs at home. Spurs at home to West Brom. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go straight, simple. I'm gonna go with a 1-0 West Brom win. That's what I'm gonna go with.
I was gonna go with that. I'll go with something different. No, I will go with two. Uh, I was gonna say 2-0. Nah, I'm gonna go
Two
with
0 is a bit too
2-1.
much, isn't it?
2-1. Yeah, I'll go 2-1. That's a bit more safe.
2-1 then.
2-1 West Brom. Spurs at the moment, they can't do anything. I guarantee you, West Brom will have chances at Spurs. So I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with
they'll have chances, but if Son's on the end of the chance, it's going in. Still, can't lie.
Mm,
He's in my
yeah.
fantasy team. He was my captain for some reason. I don't know why, but he got me 4 points. He done a stinker last game.
I stuck him on the bench because I knew, yeah, no chance against Chelsea. No chances for him.
True, true. You lot, get some comments in from me, Nabdi. We're gonna answer them. We're gonna wrap this one up in like 15 minutes. This is a quicker one because there's not that much to talk about, and I've got to go do something after. I'm a busy guy. You know what I mean? Yeah, without Kane, they're shambles. Exactly. Mr. Hold Up Play, Kane. Mr. Back into the defenders and get fouled. That's how he broke his own ankles, isn't it? But we touched on that last episode. So if you
Yeah.
lot wanna get onto that, you lot can do that up. Any questions for you lot? Because we're gonna wrap up soon. So, Abdi, you really think you're gonna get a draw with City with that team?
Do I really think no? But
Yeah, but
it's,
yeah,
it's what I went with. But we,
prediction.
we turn up in the big games, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm holding on to. But realistically, if we're doing it on form,
Mm,
City should win relatively comfortably, especially with the injuries that we have.
I said 3-1 because I think you lot will score with the firepower up front you lot have. And City's defense has been the best defense, right? With Diaz, Stones, Cancelo, and is it Walker, or whoever
Yeah.
sits in at right or left back. But um, I think City will win. Abdi, do you think Trent will get crosses against Diaz and Stones? Because
What
Stones is the best centre back in the world, apparently.
I don't think I think Diaz is better than Stones.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think so as well.
Trent's picked up. I mean, Brighton, yeah, he weren't really good in that game. But against Spurs and West Ham, especially the ball that he did for the second goal, which Salah scored, which we haven't touched on, but that was a superb goal.
Oh yeah,
The last couple of games he's been really good, but then West Brom, Brighton, he went back down a bit. I mean, we'll see how the game plays out in it. It's usually games against City and Liverpool are pretty 50-50, except for like a couple. They're usually like really tight.
yeah.
But then again, that's when we had the fully fit team. So we'll watch this
I think
space.
everyone's getting on to Liverpool today, man. Another question, Trent. Another statement. Trent most possession lost and failed crosses.
I've got a problem with that stat. I've got a serious problem with that stat. There's so many times where Bruno and Kevin De Bruyne have lost the ball the most times in a game. But because they're playing
Oh,
well, no, it's not. I'm not getting on to people, but it's facts. Like both of them have been playing really well. what it shows is he's taking risks. He don't play it safe.
Yeah, yeah,
And I think a lot of people think yes, he crosses the ball a lot, but he doesn't just cross the ball. I think that's just a stereotype pinned onto him. He hasn't been playing well this season, but he's got more than just crosses in his locker. And ultimately, I'd rather a player take risks, especially when you're attacking,
yeah.
than
Oh
just
wait,
play it
yeah,
safe all the time.
exactly. I
Because the
hate
amount
what
of
we.
time, yeah, I mean, I'll give you an example. Ben Chilwell, I never see him attack properly. He's always playing it back. So
Facts.
I'd rather you take the risk. And the last couple of seasons, it's worked. So
Yeah,
why fix something that's not broken?
like El Neni, right? He plays. He's missed a simple sideways. El Neni when he plays, always side to side, never takes no one on, runs past no one. But that's what Guendouzi would do. And now Xhaka's learning to do that as well. I actually dribbled the ball, but Xhaka's got no mobility whatsoever. So there's not much you can do about that. I don't know if you talked about it because I missed the beginning, but David Luiz is an idiot, which is why he got red carded. I disagree, mate. I disagree. David Luiz is not an idiot. He done what he was instructed to last season. Do you remember, if you don't remember, when we played Chelsea away last season when he got sent off? Do you remember that
Yeah,
game?
the 2-2, yeah.
And yeah, and he got sent off for the exact same thing. And I remember in the FA Cup final when we played Chelsea again, right? We played Chelsea again,
Aspie should
and
have been, he probably should have been sent off for that,
what?
realistically. The penalty.
Which
You
one?
know, the one where Aubameyang, like,
That's
did the run.
Leclerc.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was a red card because if you're giving that one to Luis early in the season, then it's a red card, and it was the same ref as well. But I'm saying Luis did not touch your Wolves player, whoever it was. The Wolves player is a diver, he's a cheat. I don't care what it is. You don't have an agenda against us. Exactly. There's a vendetta against Arsenal. Facts. And I'm going back to this again. I'm vexed about it even now because you lot are bringing it up. But you lot got me started, so I want to keep going. Luis did not touch William Jose, is it? Your striker.
Yeah, William
My
has.
voice is going, man. He did not touch your striker basically, and he got cheated. He got shafted, man. It's not fair, man. But yeah, because Luis has a his. God, I'm losing my voice because Luis has a history of getting red cards and making silly tackles. Right? The referee automatically decided, oh, let's send off Luis. It's Luis. You
Exactly.
get what I'm saying? Like you stated earlier. So yeah. Again, I don't think it was a red card. He didn't touch him. Rob Holding was there to cover anyway. I think he would have missed a chance because there's countless times where we said, "Oh, Luis, let it run and let's get him a goal. At least we have 11 men." Do you know what I mean? But it's just stupidness. The ref should have blown his whistle. There's a lot of stuff wrong with that play right there. There should have been a foul before, even the foul. There was a foul before. I can't remember what play it was, but there was a foul before the lead up to the goal. The penalty decision, but he didn't get the ball, but he still got a red card for some reason. I don't understand why. But yeah, I'm gonna get sick and tired talking about that. Anymore? Yeah, as I said, ref uses Louise's history of dumb stuff. Exactly, facts.
Yeah.
There was a slight contact, even if it wasn't on purpose. It was obviously exaggerated, but most players play like that. Well, that's Brazilian players, isn't it? That's Brazilian players. I'm not cheats. I'm Portuguese. I'm excited about Pepe on the left right now. Very good. What do you think of Pepe? As not an Arsenal fan.
That was a very good goal there. That was 2 nutmegs, right? The first one was a
Yeah,
nutmeg, I know. The second one was also a nutmeg as well. Finished it weaker foot. Last month or so, I'd say he's been pretty good. Pretty good. In Southampton, it wasn't the FA Cup, it was in the league where he played pretty well.
yeah.
My viewpoint on it is I think last season I gave him a free pass because you guys had 3 managers. Up until like December when November when Emery left, it was a mess.
Mhm.
Then there was the lockdown. He doesn't speak English basically. New team, new league. I mean, the jump from League R to the Premier League is massive. So I
Mhm.
gave him, even though he cost 72 million and he's your record signing, and he's one of the most exciting signings ever in the Premier League. I was like, first season, I'll take it easy on him. This season, I think my view changed on him quite a bit when Saka was moved out to the right wing against Chelsea back in December and he started playing really well. And I was thinking to myself, Saka is everything that Pepe should be. But fair play to him. He's, the last month or so, he's started to play well. I've always thought that Pepe gets a lot of hate because of his price tag. I feel like he's not worth 72 million. If you lot played 30 or 25 or 35 or something like that, then nobody would be getting onto him like that. But because he costs 70 million, he's obviously going to get a lot of attention.
Remember what I said in the first episode, bro? Or was it the second one? I rate Pepe. He's
Yeah, you
starting
did.
to rap me now, man. He's starting. I mean, I keep faith in my players. He's starting to score again. And like Pepe never had a run of games. Like, the most run of games he had was 3 or maybe 2, and he always got taken off. Always got taken off for no reason. For I don't know why. Like, he'd score, then the next game he would come off or something. Like, even in Europa League when he used to score, he used to come off in the league, and he never used to get. He used to get like 10 minutes. That's what got his appearances up, and that's what made his stats look bad. But I don't look at stats anyway. But look, he's scored in the last 2 games. Southampton, he scored against Southampton, and he scored against Wolves as well. I think he'll score tomorrow as well, to be honest. But we'll have to see, because Aston Villa are no mugs. Do you get what I'm saying?
They are not mugs, I promise you. They aren't.
Ryan is injured. Arteta said he isn't playing now. And Runnison versus Aston Villa this week and City next week. I know. Do you remember what happened last time against City?
Yeah, when Mahrez had that free kick and it went straight through his hands.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you got to pray next week.
I know. I do like hating on players, but this guy's something else, man. He's just stupid, man. If as a goalkeeper, how are you gonna let it go through your hands like that? It's just, I'd make that mistake even. I would even make that mistake even. Like,
Can't lie, I have a couple of times. We'll let that slide.
But it was obvious because he didn't dive anywhere. He was just standing still. It was coming at him. He had it like his hands up, but it just went. As a professional keeper, come on, man, you got to make that save.
Yeah, that's rude. Forget you should catch that. Any Premier League keeper, if you're worth your money, you should catch that.
Exactly. But it is what it is. You have to prove us wrong. You have to prove all the haters wrong. Do you know what I mean? Got one more question coming in. Could the Arsenal game be a turning point for Wolves? No, to be honest, this is a top. No, Abdi, go on. I was going to be rude there. Go on.
No, go on. Because say what you're going to say. Go on.
I was going to say we touch on the teams that are in the top 6, isn't it? Like the top 6 big clubs.
We'll touch on it for him. It's a question, isn't it?
We'll talk about Wolves, isn't it? We'll
touch on it. Wolves, they needed that. They needed the points, but the Arsenal. I don't know how Arsenal went 3 or 4 up in the first half. You hit the bar, didn't you? Hit the post. Yeah. You had chances. I mean, fair play. Once you're playing against 10 men and then 9 men, I think you should win the game if you're a proper football team. I watched them against Chelsea. I covered the game for for this work that I do. They didn't do anything in that game. I think Wolves have become a bit stale. Like, they play basically the same player. I know Podence and Neto have joined, but they basically play the same players all the time. They play 3 at the back. They're very defensive. Yeah. They're just, no offense, but they're so boring to watch. They are so boring. But, I mean, they won't get relegated. Like, they're on a bad run and now they've won a game, but they're not going to get relegated. But it's not, Wolves. I'm a bit. I used to be like this. I used to be really positive about them, but now I've gone down.
Yeah,
now I've gone down with
Wolves,
them.
Man. Know what I mean? Andre, tell them the truth. We're gonna say shut up. I'm not gonna say that. I respect my viewers. I respect what TV support, but I do not give a crap about Wolves, man. I used to like Wolves because of Jimenez, and now Adama Traore, right? Oh my god, he's such a disgrace. He hasn't even scored in like a year or got an assist. So I'm not gonna talk about Wolves too much. You know what I mean? But what's this one? Listen here, you don't have anything else to talk about. I'd rather talk Wolves. They put me to sleep, mate. You know what I mean? Fabio Silva, man. But you know what I mean? I used to like Wolves, right? I used to play with them in like Division 8. You know what I mean? In FIFA, because they used to have a decent team, but they should make it a rule, right? You can't have more than bloody 7 Wolves play. You can't have more than 7 Portuguese players in your team. The whole bloody team is Portuguese.
The whole team except for Connor Cody is is
And
Portuguese. The
Traore.
manager's yeah, Traore. But he
Yeah.
speaks Spanish and they basically it's basically a
Same
similar
thing.
language.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is mad.
That's what I'm thinking. They're like, why? You've got the whole and the bench. I see someone coming off. Right, I can't remember who it was in the Wolves team, and then I saw some guy called Vitinha coming on. I googled
Vitinha.
it.
Yeah.
He's Portuguese as well. Where are they getting these bloody refugees from? I don't understand. I've never heard this done before, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But why are we talking about Wolves? Ain't this our top six? Exactly. That's what I was saying. I don't want to be rude, innit?
Yeah,
It's
there's a
the
question in it, you know. It's a
old school
question.
top six: Arsenal, Spurs. I don't know why Spurs are there as well. Chelsea.
That's not all. It should be I mean, yes, there's the big six, which is we all know what that is. But I think we all know what the original top for, like the big four. Like it should really be a big four rather than a big six.
True. Because the big four is always Arsenal, United, Liverpool, and who's the fourth one?
I mean, the three biggest clubs in the country are those three.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
like below that, you've got Chelsea, City. I would put the likes of Spurs, Leeds even. Leeds have history, so yeah.
Newcastle even.
Yeah, Newcastle, Villa have even not. It sounds funny, but Nottingham Forest have 2 Champions Leagues, so you kind of have to put them in.
Yeah, I wanted to rip in. I wanted to rip into you, man, today. Why? What do we do? But if you guys holding else, all right, cool.
Oh, I think he's referring to the predictions because he smashed it, and we didn't do it as
big
well.
up to yourself, man. You won the prediction. You actually got the predictions. Arsenal. No, now you're going in my team. Arsenal ain't top 6. Leicester replace them. Yeah. You don't replace you. You're not here anymore, bro. You know what I mean? It's a thing like you're in the comments and we're here. You know what I mean? It's where the kings eat, bro. I'm just saying. Chelsea cannot talk, bro. You were established in 2003. I don't want to get on to you lot. I don't want to get on to you because you're the guest. You know what I mean? But if I stated facts saying you lot won the lottery and you lot just like Man City, you know what I mean? You got no history, bruv. You know what I mean? That midget Jaguar Zola is a bastard, yeah? Fucking John Terry racist mug. Yeah, I don't want to get on to him, you know what I mean? City are 1 trophy behind Chelsea. Bear that in mind. Yeah, but Chelsea have a Champions League and you don't. How about that? Yeah? I want to back Chelsea now. Yeah, they have a Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Well done. What you want? A trophy. Oh, he means big 4 is United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. Exactly. If we're talking facts, bro, Arsenal.
No, it should really be a big 3. It should be a big. I think Chelsea even aren't in that top tier.
I don't think so.
Of those 3.
Chelsea just have, I don't know, mugs in their team. I don't like Chelsea. I don't rate Chelsea. Yeah, if we want to talk about Chelsea, we could talk about Werner, bro. You know what I mean? Big 4 is United, Liverpool, Arsenal. Arsenal United have the best rivalry in the league. I can't cap. That's the best rivalry in the league. Like even nowadays, it's called the banter versus banter team. Yeah, but that team that game means a lot. That's the first game I look at the calendar. What about you? When Liverpool get their when they get your fixture release, what's the first game you look for?
Obviously United.
Yeah,
and recently you'd have to say City because they're like they have been the closest rivals over the last few years.
Facts. Oh, what's this one? Abdi, how tall are you?
Right,
Abdi,
okay.
my God, man.
I don't know who this is though. That's the thing. I have no idea who this is. Well, I probably do. They probably know me, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, fact. Yeah, that's facts. Exactly. That's facts.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. Facts.
Arsenal, yeah, Liverpool, United. Abdi, I've got a question for you, right? It's gonna be a long one, right?
Go on.
Seeing as though we're in 2021, right? We've got from 2010 to 2020. What's your team of the decade?
City.
No, it's in like your team, like goalkeeper, right back, left back.
Oh, Premier League team of
yeah. So no Champions League, no FA Cup,
just Premier League.
Yeah. You can't say the whole Liverpool team.
Do you think I'm deluded?
Oh, okay. Go on. That's a spicy question.
De Gea in goal. I think that's fair.
So, out the whole decade, you think De Gea has been the best goalkeeper?
De Gea has been there since 2012, I think. Okay, and cool. He's been United's player this year. I think if you're talking in previous decade, you put Cech or Schmeichel or someone like that.
You don't think Cech would be there. Because remember, Czech retired in like 2016, 17.
Yeah, but the last was he that amazing compared to his level? If it was the previous
Yeah,
decade, I'd put Czech.
yeah,
But
facts.
De Gea's been up until about a year. He's always been good, but he's been making mistakes recently. But before that, for a good 5 years, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, I've got to give De Gea props. He was the best. He was the best in the league at one point. I remember the game Arsenal United when he was just like a force field in goal. Do you remember that game when we couldn't score against him? I think like he
Yeah,
just scored one.
2017. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That
boy.
was mad. That was like 13 or 14 saves. That was like a record number of saves.
I know. So we got De Gea in goal. I'm gonna go with De Gea as well. All right. What formation we're gonna play? We're gonna play a 4-4-2 or 4-3-3. 4-3-3. All right, cool. So we'll go with left back. So we've got nominations like Robertson. We've got
Robertson. I will be honest with you. Robertson is a bit hard to put him in because he's only been a couple of years, like 3 years
stages,
roughly.
Yeah.
Evra, you have to mention Evra. He was a City left back that was
Kolarov.
there. Yeah, Kolarov. Yeah, you have to mention him. It's tough. Baines. I think I'd put Baines. I can't lie.
Baines.
I can't lie. I can't lie. I don't know though. That's the thing.
Mr. Consistent. You might as well put Monreal there because he won FA Cups. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Monreal wasn't that good. Come on. Come on, man. I don't know. Who would he put? I'm not too sure. I'd probably go with Baines.
I think maybe Ashley Cole. Because the things that he done when he was there, even though he was right at the start, you could say Ashley Cole, but who's won the most Premier League? That's you could say Marcos Alonso, but he's a wing back, so I wouldn't put him in as left back if we're doing a
only been a few years as well, like 3 years. Roughly.
Exactly. We're not putting what's his name in there, Luke Shaw.
Realistically, I think Leighton Baines because he played the whole decade and he was relatively good. The others, there have been left back. Yeah, there have been left backs who have had like a higher peak, but they've only been there for a couple of years. I think I'll put Baines.
Fair enough. You put Baines. I'll go with Ashley Cole because he's won the Premier League. Fair.
Yeah.
I'll just go with Ashley Cole. But I'm gonna. Oh, you know what? What was City's left? Who was not City? Sorry, who was Leicester's left back when they won the league?
Danny Simpson, I think. Danny Simpson, but he was there for Fuchs. Yeah, it could be Fuchs. Yeah, but I think that's a bit too. I think that's a bit far fetched.
Yeah,
I think that's a bit.
That was a one-season wonder. Still.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Ashley Cole still because he used to play for Arsenal still. Centre back pairing. Who you gonna
go? The first one's easy. You put Company in.
Yeah.
Right.
Facts.
The other one is a bit.
I know you want to say
more open.
Go on. I know you want to say Van Dijk.
I'm not gonna say him. He's nominated, but I'm not gonna put him in. And even though he's been in the Premier League since 2015. He was Southampton's player of the season. I think a lot of people forget that. But I think is a bit because John Terry retired in 2017 and he was still very good.
Yeah.
Rio Ferdinand, he started the decade well, but it wasn't for compared to the previous decade. Rio Ferdinand gets in guaranteed.
Yeah.
After that, the next decade, it's a bit more debatable. I think I put Terry because Terry did it for I think Rio Ferdinand, as brilliant as a player he was a lot. His prime, like his best years were in the noughties. He started like a couple of years at the beginning. He was very good, and then was it 2014 he left? So he weren't even in the decade at United for that long compared to Terry. So I'm tempted to go with Terry.
You're gonna go with Terry and Company. You're gonna go with.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Wes Morgan. Wes Morgan and Vincent Kompany. Right.
You really put him in?
I've got to put Wes Morgan in there. The way he led Leicester to win the league, he didn't let them lot slip up. No joke intended. He didn't make them slip like
Go
He
on.
did. He,
Go
he
on.
didn't. He didn't mess them up. You know what I mean? He didn't put a foot wrong. To be honest, Wes Morgan, captain, leader, made Leicester win the league. To be honest, obviously with Vardy as well, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go with Wes Morgan, right back position.
First. Right back. This is another. It's like left back is a bit. There's not really one full like standout, if you like. The one candidate I'd probably say is Kyle Walker.
Yeah, I'm
But
putting Kyle Walker in there as well. So
is there anyone else? Is there anybody else? Or
there is Hector Bellerin.
you think of it?
Joking.
No chance. No
Oh,
chance.
Zabaleta's a shout. I see that one in the comments. I saw that. Zabaleta, he's a shout.
Zabaleta is a shout. Yeah.
He's a shout. But I'm putting Kyle Walker in. I don't care. It's my 11. Man said Wes Morgan. He has one good season. Might as well. Robert Huth. That was the one next to him. But nah, I go Wes Morgan. He was the captain, weren't he? Or who was Huth or Morgan? One of the two. Them two in it.
Wes Morgan was the captain.
Yeah. So Wes Morgan gets in, mate.
Okay, this is your starting 11, not mine.
Yeah,
Let
it's
me
mine.
put that out there.
Pablo Zabaleta. So people saying to go with Zabaleta. I'm gonna go with Walker. What about you?
Zabaleta, I completely forgot about him. You know, I'm gonna put him in. I forgot about him. Yeah,
he was still playing in 2020 at West Ham, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's left West Ham now, but he was still playing at
gone.
West Ham and he was doing a decent job. I'll put him in.
So we're gonna go with centre mids. We're gonna go. Who's your centre mid pairing?
DM Kante. I think that's pretty easy. I think. Then next to Kante, Yaya Toure.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
You put him in 100%.
Yeah. I was close to putting Cazorla over Yaya Toure. He's my favourite footballer of all time.
Close. Cazorla was brilliant, but Yaya Toure is so underrated. He's so good.
Yeah. He was quality, mate.
Next to him, this is tough. It's basically mostly City.
Yeah, because
you can put David Silva. Yeah. You can put in David Silva. You can mention De Bruyne because he's been there since 2015.
Facts. Yeah.
I'm gonna put David Silva. David Silva's an easy. De Bruyne is arguably better at his prime, but David Silva's the whole decade he was unreal. So I'm gonna put in David Silva.
Cool. I'm gonna go with Yaya Toure.
Yeah.
Kante.
Yeah.
I was gonna put Torreira over him, but I just remembered he won the league twice. Then I'm gonna go with at Cam. I'm going to go with Wayne Rooney.
At Cam? Seriously?
Yeah, at Cam. Yeah.
Okay.
Wayne Rooney. He won the league in 2013, didn't he? So
I know, but I'm surprised you put him in over David Silva because we're talking.
Right wing. He could play on the right wing.
You could, but you know, I mean, come on.
I'm gonna.
You have to put David Silva. If you don't put in David Silva, then I don't know what's going on.
Nah, I'm gonna have to go with Rooney. Sorry, man. Just the way he played. He could play centre mid. He could play. He's so versatile, and he's gonna get the captain armband as well. Like David Silva.
I know he was so versatile, but David Silva's so underrated. He was so good for the whole decade. Wayne Rooney, the last couple years at United, he was still all right, but he dropped off massively.
Yeah.
And putting him in at Cam doesn't make that much sense. But ultimately, is your team, and it is your team.
But it's my team. He's gonna play. He's gonna play as a centre forward. He's gonna play as a centre forward.
All right. You move to the forwards.
Your front three.
My front three. Left wing, Hazard.
Yep. Torgan.
Striker.
I'm joking. Come on. Eden Hazard.
Say that again?
I was going to say Torgan Hazard, but no, Eden Hazard. I'm going to go Eden Hazard.
Yeah, Eden Hazard. That's really easy. Up front. Let me go right wing first. Let me go right wing first.
Yeah.
Is that opposition? But I put in Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. No, because up front you have to have Aguero. Yeah, you've got to have Aguero. If you don't have Aguero in your team, I'm sorry, but I don't know what's going on with your head if you don't have him in. He has to be in there. So I'm gonna put Suarez on the right wing. There's a couple of candidates. You can mention Kane. Kane's been there since 2015. Vardy is another big shout.
Aubameyang as
Even
well.
though
Yeah.
you can mention Aubameyang, but has he
Van
FA
Persie,
Cup? You know, what I
Van
mean,
Pagan.
Van Persie, yeah, that's a shout. Right wing, even though it's been only 3 years, Salah has to be mentioned because his
Yeah.
statistics are ridiculous. But I'm going to put Suarez on the right wing just because 13-14, even though that side didn't win the league,
Yeah.
individually, that's probably the greatest season ever,
Yeah.
arguably. It was unbelievable that year. Aguero's up top. He doesn't need to be talked about. He's just unreal striker, one of the greatest of all time. So in the league. So that's my front three.
So you went with
Yourself?
Suarez, Aguero, and Hazard.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the right, on the left for my team.
What's
No,
your
wait, who
thing
should I
saying?
pick? So I'm gonna go with on the left wing. I'm gonna go with Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
Quality player. Held Chelsea down for so long. I was tempted to go Willian instead. Do you know what I mean? But I was like, nah. Willian is a joke, man. Right. Right wing. I'm gonna go Hatem Ben Arfa. The way he plays, he can cut in on it.
Wait. You're being serious? You're being serious?
I'm not joking, bro.
Wow. Okay, go on. I interrupted you. Sorry.
Basically, Hatem Ben Arfa, right? Quality player, right? He can play as a cam pivot as well, and Rooney can go out wide, and he can mix with the striker. This is why I'm picking the most important player in my team, the striker, the vice captain, the guy who gets the golazos, all right? Have a guess who it's going to be. Have a guess.
Have a guess. I'm not sure really. Go on.
Papi Cisse. Oh my god. For Newcastle, he was absolute.
I don't know if you're trolling at this point. I don't know if you're trolling.
Papi, the goal he scored against Chelsea where Drogba was like that. Oh my god.
Yeah,
So
the volley.
funny.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Quality goal, unbelievable goal, but surely that was he was a one season guy.
Oh, Premier League titles. If you put Papi Cisse in the City 11, he'll probably get 30 goals in that season, man. I don't give a crap. It's like you could always put in Aguero. Aguero is boring, man. I don't care about Aguero. You know, it's Aguero, my batty hole, man. I can put in Aguero if I want to, but it's a thing where like I prefer to put in Papi Cisse. Him and Ben Arthur's link. I was tempted to put in at centre mid over Kante. I was going to put Jumba Younes Kabul.
The Watford guy. Oh my days.
He was quality, man.
Days.
Newcastle players back in the day were cold. So, concluding that, and obviously I'd have people on the bench like Drogba. I'd have Van Persie on. No, I wouldn't have him on the bench. I'd have Cazorla on the bench. I'd have instant impact players. You know what I mean? People come on and get a goal. Ramsey was very underrated in that era as well. But it is what it is. So that's my team. So I'm gonna go with I'm joking, man. I'm not going with Cisse. I'm gonna go Hazard, Aguero, and on the right I'm going to go with I don't want to put Salah in, man. But Salah's goal was incredible, man.
I mean, he's gone through like a drought. Like he's gone through a drought, and yet he's still comfortably top scorer. Yeah.
You know, I'm
90% sure he's going to win the Golden Boot for the third time in 4 seasons.
Yeah.
So
you could say. Oh, do you remember Dzeko?
Yeah, Edin Dzeko, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to put him at striker, but I just remember the strike partner was actually better than him, which was
that's obvious, isn't it?
But I put Daniel Sturridge on the bench. Honourable mention for Daniel Sturridge.
Daniel Sturridge. No, seriously, that 13th, that before his injuries, he was a cold.
Serious baller. So I'm gonna go with probably, maybe, possibly. Who was Chelsea? Yeah, Hazard, Costa, and Willian. Oh, that was shit. I'm gonna go with Salah just to get it done. And I'm gonna take out Rooney. I'm gonna put in David Silva for you little tryhards. I'm joking, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's get some comments in. We're doing a team and decade, not moment card. I might as well work for
Like
FIFA.
one season wonders you're putting into your team. Where's
This guy
Morgan
will
in that?
release some Mbappe icon tomorrow. No. We should get pro clubs, live stream pro clubs. We need that. Pro clubs. Everyone's talking about pro. Just stick it on me. What? Just stick it on me. What? What's going on about? Stick on Omen as your content, Andre. What? I don't know what's going on, but it's what it is. Just to go over Abdi's starting 11, we both agreed on De Gea and goal. I went with Ashley Cole. He went with Kolarov. Did you?
For left back. No, I put Baines.
Yeah.
I put Baines.
Oh,
Baines.
Baines. I went with Ashley Cole. We both went. No, I went with Wes Morgan and Company. He went with Company and
Terry.
Terry.
I think I've gone for a proper team, and you've gone for more. You know what I mean?
I've got. I right back. I put in Kyle Walker. You put in Zabaleta. Centre mid. We both went with Yaya Toure. He was quality.
Yeah.
I could have went with Papa Bupa Diop. Do you remember him? Papa Bupa Diop. R.I.P. But he was quality.
Yeah.
And then we both went with Kante. Both good. Oh my God, Kante and Yaya Toure in a team. Excellent. Then I went with Rooney. You went with David Silva. We both went with Hazard. I went with Cisse and you went with Guerrero. Boring. And then I went with Hatem Ben Arfa, skillful, the smaller but tinier Shaqiri, and you went with Mo Salah. So
Me, I think I was. I went with Suarez. You went with Salah.
Suarez.
Yeah, Suarez. I would have loved to have put Salah in. Just give it a year or two, and I think it will be in the conversation properly.
Facts. Maybe Rodri could be in that. I'm just joking. No, but it's team of the decade, so you know what I mean. It's what they've done in the years just went by, isn't it? So yeah, that was we might do next episode. We might do all-time decade 11 of Arsenal and Liverpool. We might get a guest on. So it is what it is,
we
guys.
could.
Could get a guest on. Any of you lot, just message our Instagram and say you want to come on, and it is what it is. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's been drawn by Dre, and that's Abdi, my G right there. Cheers, thanks for watching, guys, and love and subscribe.
Peace.
Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, peace.
Yeah, finesse.